are you doing in there, David? And he said, what are you doing out there, Ralph? This is the worst environmental crime that's ever happened in our history. It's a crime not against just the environment, but against democracy. We capture these agencies that are no longer functioning as part of our democracy. The destruction of these communities, it is a crime, it's a sin, it's a moral obligation, and we all have every obligation to use everything in our power to try to stop this from continuing.
Now, the next speaker.
I think the main thing again to remember is that the environmental movement represents itself as a savior of mankind, and it's not true. The savior is going to be productivity and efficiency and creating quality of life for people that they can enjoy both in the United States and the rest of the world. Unfortunately, Mr. Kennedy only knows about poverty from what he read in the books. He hasn't experienced it firsthand. It's a very unpleasant experience. Most of us in this room think that we've experienced a touch of it or witnessed a touch of it, but we haven't. Again, millions of people starve to death in the world. If you go to India, 420 million people live without electricity, and they don't even have the dignity and privacy of a place to go to the bathroom. It's a very sad situation in the world, and it's getting to be a sad situation in this country. And the bottom line, I go back to the mission statement. The mission statement of the energy policy in this country ought to be able to create a higher quality of life and keep us safe. To do that, you have to make a good use of the resources that we have, recover as much of them as you can, and conserve the power. You have to pay attention to the environment in a pragmatic, realistic way. You have to have low-cost electricity, and you have to produce the industry in this country so that you don't have to depend on your enemies for that energy. Those are fundamental things upon which you have to make your decisions. And as far as asking y'all to do something, look at the facts. If you look at 6.5 billion tons of coal used elsewhere in the world to raise their quality of life, it's not going to be possible to change the temperature of the earth by limiting industry in this country and taking people's jobs away.
Okay, you have about a minute and a half.
Okay, Don says that we have to choose between environmental protection on the one hand and economic prosperity on the other. I say that's a false choice. In 100% of the time, good environmental policy is identical to good economic policy. If we want to measure our economy, and this is how we ought to be measuring it, based upon how it produces jobs and the dignity of jobs over the generations, over the long term, and how it preserves the value of the assets of our community. If, on the other hand, we want to do what his company and Don himself have been urging us to do, which is to treat the planet as if it were a business in liquidation, convert all of our natural resources to cash as quickly as possible, have a few years of pollution-based prosperity, we can generate instantaneous cash flow and the illusion of a prosperous economy. But our children are going to pay for our joyride, and they're going to pay for it with denuded landscapes and poor health and huge cleanup costs that are going to amplify over time, and that they'll never be able to pay. Environmental injury, particularly the kind that's happening today in West Virginia, is deficit spending. It's a way of loading the cost of our generation's prosperity onto the backs of our children. And one of the things that I've done over the past 25 years as an environmental advocate is to constantly go around and confront this argument, Don's argument, that an investment in our environment is a diminishment of our nation's wealth. It's an investment in infrastructure, the same as investing in telecommunications and road construction. It's an investment we have to make if we're going to ensure the economic vitality of our generation and the next generation. What I would say to the coal industry is go underground, employ lots of people, and do this safely in a way that can bring prosperity as West Virginia makes a transition to a new energy future and to the prosperity that's going to bring this state.